Hello, and welcome back to Fueled by Insanity. So I know that last episode we got to an ending, but I wanted to do a different thing because Tracy solved everything for us, and that's really cool of her. But I kind of want to see a little bit more, so we'll call Sheen because he's a cutie. So we'll do that. Oh, see if how much is different. I'll call Sheen. I was just texting him, so I know for sure he's there. I dial the number and press call. The phone rings twice before Sheen answers. Hello? Sheen, I need help. Someone's trying to break in. I think they might be armed. Saying those words, I'm afraid he won't believe me. I'm afraid he'll ask me to prove it to him. But he doesn't, thankfully. Is anyone else there with you? Have you called the police? Ted and Darren are at the store. I'm alone. The police won't get here in time. I just need someone here, please. I'm scared. I stare at the door the whole time, noticing the door handle has stopped moving for now, yet I haven't heard him leave. Colin, find somewhere to hide. I'll see if I can get ahead of the police. Hold the police. No, they won't get here in time. That's how Parker died. I need someone now. The words came out of my mouth before I get a chance to stop myself. There's a short amount of silence before Sheen speaks one word. What? I mentally scramble to work out how to explain myself when I notice another sound from the door. The handle turns all the way this time, and the door begins to open. Oh, okay, well we can... How much of this is going to be the same? Okay. We do it. Okay. I think Ted's explaining stuff to Darren. I already know this story. I lived it, and Keijiru kept bringing it back up this week. Ted might be Keijiru. In fact, I'm positive he has to be, but I don't care about that right now. It doesn't matter. Everything that's happened, it doesn't feel real. No, that's not true at all. The sharp, unbearable, stinging pain is the most real thing I've ever felt. Now that the initial shock is wearing off, it's getting worse. It's getting worse with each passing second. I can't take it. It hurts so much. The two people looking at me with pity or concern is something along those lines, I think. I'm trying my best to hold it together, but I can't. This is torture. There's no end in sight. There's no light at the end of this tunnel. As long as we sit around here doing nothing, I'm just going to get worse. Do something! Don't just stand there! Please, I don't want to die. You're not gonna die. What the fuck are you... Wait, who the fuck are you to say that? I'm scared and I need help. I don't care what happens to Caleb. Just please, get me to the hospital. Ted's focus shifts from me to the unconscious raccoon, and then back to me. Then he lets out a nervous sigh. Okay. I'll go ahead and call an ambulance. And the police too, I guess. Why? Why an ambulance? Darren, you can drive me, right? I expect to see Darren move to help me out the door, but he just stands there staring off into space. Darren? Hello? He's not responding, and I don't know why. I need him right now, and he's not doing anything. That scares me. I have to make sure he knows that this is urgent, that there's no time for whatever this is he's doing. Darren, can you get with it and help for once in your life? I need you, and you aren't doing anything. I didn't mean half of those words, yet they came out anyway. Darren panics upon hearing me shout at him. Right. Sorry, He reaches into his pocket and grabs his keys, only to fumble and drop them the instant they're out. I'm sorry. As he scrambles to pick the keys back up, I can't avoid noticing how, I hate the word, but how pathetic he looks. This isn't how I think of Darren. It never has been, but I'm just scared. He's always there for me when I needed him. He's never struggled with anything before, but now when I need him the most, he's like this. Did he break? I play the scenario back in my head, trying to look at it from his side of things. He went with Ted to the store to get some food. I didn't feel up to going, so I stayed here. Then, when he got back, he found me. Well, he saved my life, but he was too late to save me from losing my eye. I wince at even the thought of the word eye. My mind, it's off. How am I supposed to keep it together right now? How am I supposed to expect Darren to be a superhero throughout this? He's just a person, like me. And yet, here I am yelling at him. I don't get to think about it. I don't get to think about it much longer before Darren talks. He's shaking, but he's trying his best. Okay, let's go. I'll get you there, and then you'll be okay. I've got this. Are you going to be okay to drive? I don't know. But what else am I supposed to do? I think you should wait for the ambulance. But... No, seriously. The last thing we need is for you to get into a car wreck. If you can't even hold onto your keys, what makes you think you'll be safe behind the wheel? Jeffrey's already lost an eye. Don't let him lose anything else. I growl at Ted, yet despite how much I hate what he's saying, I hold my tongue. I'm not at all in a good state to argue, and I know that. How long is he going to take for an ambulance to arrive? How long will it take for the police to arrive? Aren't they fast? I know that. How am I supposed to believe they'll be here in time? I want to cry so badly, but for some reason, that's not what's happening. If I had just, that's what that says, told anyone about Caleb, this wouldn't have happened. I regret lying. I regret pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. I deserve this, but I really, really want to all go away. I'm just not seeing words today. I want to rewind the last 2 hours. Rewind 2 hours ago, and have the normal day I was meant to have. I just need to have this not happen. But that's insane. That's not how reality works. I know how to deal with this, but I don't want to. I so badly don't want to. But my ears twitch as I hear the sound from outside. It sounds like a car pulling up in our driveway. That was fast. I only called a couple minutes ago. I look over at the door, waiting for whoever is there to come in. My hope is that it's the police, but instead... I'm here! Is everything okay? Sheen? The second he hears my voice, he looks my way in horror written all over his face, the same way Darren and Ted had done when they first saw me. I forgot that I had called him before Caleb broke in. Of course he'd show up then. Sheen's like Darren. He's always there for me, so of course this time wouldn't be different. Right now, though, I don't want him here. I don't want this to be his problem. I want him to be able to have a normal day and not have to deal with this. But still, I'm thankful to see him. Sheen, you're here. You can drive, right? We need to get Jeffrey to the hospital. The ambulance is on its way, but we need to get there now. Jeffrey's eye. Watch out! From behind us, I hear Ted shout at the top of his lungs, followed by a gunshot. When I look behind me, I see Caleb lying on the floor for a couple feet away from me. He's got a bullet wound in his back. Ted's standing right behind him with a pistol still drawn. He's shaking. He looks mortified. Mortified? Mortified. It's probably nothing. Ted takes several steps back and plops down on Darren's chair, and nearly falling over on the way. He drops the gun onto the small table between the chair and couch and crosses his arms tightly against his stomach. I had to! He shouts, as if responding to an accusation that was never thrown. So Caleb dies in this. We don't get to become besties with Caleb? He was about to stab Jeffrey. No. He's not dead, is he? I look down towards Caleb, knowing full well that I'm not going to like what I see. He's looking back at me with those same horrid? Yes, glowing eyes, both angry and pain written all over him. Is this real? Is this how things end? All because of one secret, one I should have revealed long ago. No, he's just been shocked, but it's fine, right? Things can be done for him, and then he'll be fine. I just want my friend back. Why? Why did you let this happen? My heart races as he speaks to me. I don't want to hear what he has to say, but I can't bring myself to ignore him either. Not this time, at least. Why didn't you say anything? You left me trapped. That's what I did. There's no running away from the truth. I know there isn't. Even so. You're not Caleb. Is that what you tell yourself? How cruel. Caleb squints and groans in pain. Once he makes it through the wave of pain, he speaks once more. There's a reason I went after you. I value my friends more than you'll ever know. Caleb coughs, and I'm sure I see some blood spill out. I expect Darren or Sheen or even Ted to say something, but no one does. And they must be as much shock as I am. It's a damn shame I have to go out like this. 2 years alone in a cell. You and the mouse were all I could think about. But you. I wanted to be more than friends. You didn't think once about me, did you? I know you're not Caleb. I'm not going to fall for this. You're just a curse trying to hurt me. Is that what you think? I wonder what could have done it. What could have been if none of this happened? I guess we'll never know. Is anything he's saying true? I don't know. Caleb's in there, I know. But this isn't him talking. But what if this really is how he feels? We weren't even close. We barely talked to each other. I thought he talked to Marshall more anyway. Now, I feel more guilty than ever that I've tried to forget about him. Now that he's saying all this, I have to know more. I want to know. For the real Caleb, as much as I know that can't happen. But still, I have to ask. Caleb, you can hear me, right? The real Caleb? Are you... As I speak, I notice his head lean back down. I don't see him breathing. Caleb? I look around at Sheen and Darren, hoping that somehow they'll know what to do. Maybe they'll be able to help him out and get him to the hospital, and then Keijiru can do whatever it is he needs to do to get rid of this curse. He said he can do that. I don't know what Caleb was saying, but I believe Keijiru when he told me he'd save him. Because I did everything right. I did what I was told, and he said I'd be okay, that everyone would be okay if I did. Sheen walks over and feels Caleb for a pulse. I already know he's going to say that everything's fine, so I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe he just wants to find out for himself, so he won't have to worry. Maybe he's not saying anything. Oh, but he's not saying anything. Ted gets up and walks over. He's okay, right? Is he okay? Sheen answers. No! I think he's dead. As soon as he hears those words, a look of pure terror overcomes Ted. No, that can't happen. Ted, he's... Huh? To everyone's surprise, a stone, the one from the cave actually, materializes above Caleb's body. All four of us stare at it in confusion and shock. Why is that? While slight, the stone moves a bit closer to Ted. Considering how absolutely afraid he is, he must know something we don't. Something bad. It doesn't take long before we learn why. What? What just happened? Ted. What happened to your eyes? Oh shit. Someone, please tell me that didn't just happen. I fucked up. I fucked up so much. It went to me, didn't it? Yeah, that's... What the hell's going on? Fuck. This is why I said we needed to deal with Caleb first, not the stupid ambulance. It's just going to keep happening. Get rid of it. You can do that, right? You said you could. You can fix the curse. You can make it go away. No, I can't. Not here. There's still time, I think. I can fix this. We just need to get back to... Ted pauses and then shakes his head. No, we can't. This is my problem now. I can't let anyone find out about... Can we calm down for a second and somebody explain what's happening? Ted lets out a deep breath, trying to do as Sheen says. Caleb attacked Jeffrey because he was under a curse. It was controlling his body and forcing him to chase down and kill whoever he was closest to. Because I killed him, it went to me. That's how the curse preserves itself. I've got maybe an hour before it fully takes over me, and then I'll be... Ted shivers. I'm doomed. But you can fix it, right? You told me yourself you can cure it. That's what you said. I can, kind of. But not here. We would have to go to... We might have enough time, but... Why is he hesitating so much? The Keijido I know, the one I know from my dreams, is confident. He has control over every situation. Was that all a facade? I can't. Why not? There's something I have to stay hidden. Things that nobody is allowed to know about. Things that matter more than me. So even if I end up like Caleb, it's better than the alternative. This won't be the first time I've been trapped in a hopeless spot like this, with no end in sight. So I need all of you to follow my instructions exactly as I say, okay? I did that already, and everything went wrong. I know, but you need to trust me. Okay. The police are on their way. When they get here, they're going to find me next to Caleb's body. They'll know that it was me. If for some reason I lose control before they get here, I'll start hunting down Jeffrey. If anything were to happen to Jeffrey, Darren will be my next target. I need for one of you to call the police again and tell them what happened. Change the story if you have to, no matter how bad it makes me look. Make sure I get caught and that they'll hold me in prison. Hopefully, better than they did Caleb. So, what? We just wait around until then, or...? No. You don't want to be anywhere near me. Jeffrey needs medical attention. Get him to the hospital. Don't tell me which hospital you're going to. There's less of a chance of me showing up and hurting anyone if I don't know where you guys are. And just to be safe, tell them to have security watch for me and not let me in no matter what. Have you got all that? So just take Colin to the hospital and tell the police you murdered our friend. Essentially, yeah. You should probably go now. Don't leave Jeffrey waiting. Just one thing first. You did good. You did everything you were told. You made mistakes back then, but you didn't run away this time. I'm sorry that things turned out this way. I tried my best, but maybe it's best that things don't go how I planned. I don't know. What do you mean? How could anything be worse than this? Ted sighs. Don't worry about it. Just get well and live a good life, okay? You deserve it. All of you do. Those words. Are they supposed to make me feel better? If anything, they make me feel worse about everything. He's resigned himself to his fate. I don't like that. Are you okay? Are you going to be okay? Ted shakes his head. If anything, I should be asking you and your brother that. Ted looks over at Darren, and I do too. I really hope things turn out better for the two of you. You both deserve it. I'm not really sure how what I'm supposed to say. As much as it sucks because I want to stay and talk to him more, he is right. I need to see a doctor as soon as I can. I don't want this to get worse. I don't know how bad infections can be, so I guess I should say goodbye and get things moving along. Can we go now? I'm really not feeling good, and it still hurts like hell. I'm sorry, Ted, To my surprise, Ted laughs. That smile, it's creepy to see considering how his eyes are now, but it's still comforting all the same. Even knowing that he's Keijiru, it's clear that he's still the same Ted I've known all along, just caught in a horrible state. In a horrible fate. That's what that said. You guys go ahead and take care of yourselves. Do what you need to do. And, I guess, since I didn't answer when you asked, I'll be fine. I'm tougher than I look. Like I said, this isn't the first time I've been in a sucky situation. I know for sure things will work out one way or another. For some reason, hearing that makes me feel like a weight's been lifted from my shoulders. Despite everything that's happened, I trust him. I had a plan, things went horribly, horribly wrong, and so that plan never got to see the light of day. But that's not his fault. That's how life works. Things don't always go the way they're meant to, but you've just got to make the best with what you've got. Should we head over now? Yeah, out now, that's what it says. You guys take care. Okay. Interesting. I'll end the part here, everyone, so I'll see you around.